Good morning, good morning, good morning, and welcome to Unlock Your First Six Figures blog talk. It all starts with the blog. This week's blog is at ShaCannon.com/VA because this week we're talking about how to effectively use a virtual assistant. Okay, I am your host, ShaCannon. I'm an award-winning fractional chief operating officer with an exclusive clientele of 6 and 7 figure CEOs. However, I have a mission, and that mission includes you. I want to show you how to stop spinning your wheels and struggling to make it to your first six figures in business by showing you how to make the money and create time freedom. That's make money and create time freedom. My freedom looks like living and working my business from anywhere in the world. I started this journey in Belize. I lived in Mexico for 3 years. For a year and a half, I was in Buenos Aires, Argentina, but I am back to my favorite little beach town of Playa del Carmen, Mexico. And I call this segment a little business value with a view. And so I come to my rooftop to give you view. I'm giving you view. You get city view. You get pool view. Caribbean Sea peeking out a little bit under that sun rays. But let's get to the value, okay? Again, this week we're talking about the VA advantage, okay? Effective use of a virtual assistant. Now, this topic came by a request of someone in our community. If you're not in our community, please join us. It is at ShaCannon.info/group. So last week we were talking about using technology, and this week we're talking about using team, but a specific type of team member, a VA. Okay. So the question that prompted this blog was all about I have a VA. Oh, no, I've had VAs and I'm not quite sure I'm using them the most. I let that VA go. I know I now see I need another VA, but I want to be able to effectively use my VA. Cool. So guess what? I broke it down into 4 different categories. And today, let's talk about the first one. Okay. Now, first, I need you to know that a VA has varying skill sets, okay? All VAs don't have just an entry-level skill set. Some of them have very high-level skill sets, okay? Because some of them just literally assist you virtually. Virtual assistant, the name has nothing to do with the skill set. So remember that, okay? Good morning, Demetra. But when you get ready to think you're ready for a VA, the first phase you need to get ready is the preparation phase, okay? The preparation phase, because you need to prepare your business to hire people. You don't just hire people and then try to get the business ready after you hire. That's a great way to lose time and lose money. So you prepare your business for the VA before you ever hire the VA, okay? So first thing you're gonna do is determine your need for the hiring, so that you know exactly what kind of VA to hire, okay? Then you're gonna create a job description, a role description, okay? What exactly do you need this person to be doing, okay? What do you need them to do? Then you're gonna establish a hiring criteria, okay? That means what specific qualifications do they need to have? What technology do they need to be familiar with, okay? What are the exact skill sets you definitely need them to have? Some of the ones you wish they had, okay? Then we're going to go to the budget. What is your budget? Okay, let me tell you, as small business owners, sometimes we forget that VAs may have their own small business. Okay, you can't just pay people what you can afford and try to shove them into it. Okay, you have to see what the market rate is, what your budget is, and therefore how many hours you can afford to hire someone. You can't just be like, I need a full-time person and I want to pay them $2 an hour. That's not appropriate, okay? So what is your budget? And then how does that budget fit into how many hours that you can actually get from a VA, okay? So budget. Then I want you to establish, what kind of arrangement is it? Is it full-time? Is it part-time? Are they a contract employee? Are you going to hire them? Because a virtual assistant does not necessarily mean that they're not hired by your company. It could just be a remote worker in your company, okay? So what kind of a person is this going to be? Is it going to be a contractor? Is it going to be part-time, full-time? Are you going to hire them directly on into your business, okay? Then if that, last but not least, if there are any compliance and employment laws that you in your state or your country have to observe when you're hiring people, okay? Let me tell you something about I was once hired by someone in Switzerland, and I had to send that person my articles of incorporation to show that I was not their employee. I was a contractor. And so they didn't have to pay for health insurance and all that stuff for me, because that's one of the things that Switzerland required. They even required that they pay taxes for me. So you need to know what is the requirements by law, by the state and the country that you live in. All right. Good morning, Teray. So that's phase one. Creating an effective use of a virtual assistant. First of all, you got to prepare your business. All right. We're going to go into this deeper in the morning show. And the morning show is only available live in our group. So we ask that you join us. ShaCannon.info/group. Again, the request for this subject matter came from the group. I think it came from Shaky Webster, our rich auntie Shaky. So shout out to Shaky. This week is dedicated to her. And so join us. We're about to go deeper. How exactly do you prepare your particular business? What are your particular obstacles? And how can we help you? Join the group, ShaCannon.info/group. See you there in about 12 minutes if you're smart. Otherwise, I'll see you in the morning for another blog talk. Have a great